Welcome. This is the academic test 1-2 review. So let's look at the questions. So first of all, our first question is, which best describes all possible classification for the following set of numbers? Integers, rational numbers, or whole numbers? So let's go through the list. Integers. What are integers again? It could be positive or negative. Can't be a decimal. Can't be a fraction. So I think these are all integers. So I like that. So they all could be integers. Yes and yes. So I think A's out and C's out. That's good for process elimination. Rational numbers. Rational numbers could be decimal fraction. Can these be written as decimals of fraction? 4. Can 4 be written as a decimal? If I go to the store and see a sign that says $4, can it be the same as saying $4.00? Yes. So it could be a rational number. So it could be 2. Oh, well, it's D. A whole number, positive right there. Or 0. No decimal, no fraction. So D. Classify these numbers as whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, or none. Some numbers may be classified in more than one category. So a whole number. Can negative 42 be a whole number? No, whole number has to be positive, so no. Can it be an integer? Yes, positive, negative, without a decimal. Can this be written in decimal form? Negative $42 or negative $42.00? Yes. So it's integer and rational. 14 and 7/10, that's a decimal, so it's a rational number. 3 can be a whole number, positive. Can it be a integer? Yes, integer could be positive or negative without decimal. Can this be written in decimal form? Yep, can be. And the last one is 5 divided by 0. If you had 5 and you divide it among 0 people, just pretend I had $5, and I walk around and say, I would like to divide this among 0 people. Is that even possible? No. If you had 5 cookies and you didn't want to divide it to 0 group, is that possible? No. There is no answer. It's called undefined. 6 through 8. Complete the following statement. These bars means absolute value. Absolute value is how far from 0. How far is 17 from, in a number line, how far is 17 from 0? 17 steps, 17 units. The opposite of negative 108 is positive 108 or just 108. And the absolute value above what two number is equivalent to 40? What's the absolute value of 40? 40. What's the absolute value of negative 40? 40. So absolute value of both 40 and negative 40 is equivalent to 40. Number 9. It's the absolute value of point G. And what is point G? Oh, it's right here. Of negative 6 more than L. Where's L? L is right here. That's 3. So L equals 3. What is the absolute value of G or negative 6? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units from 0. Is that more than 3 or more than L? Yes, it is. 10. Draw a number line for 3 times negative 2. That means 3 groups of negative 2. So we know the answer is negative 6. So it's like 3 jumps of negative 2, another jump at negative 2, negative jump, another jump at negative 2, so negative 6. Another way to do it is this way. Remember the word opposite of. Let me highlight this. What is 3 times 2? 6. This means the opposite, negative 6. 11. So simplify each expression in English, solve it. So let me highlight all these. Let me get my pen now. Calligraphy, I'll use green again. 2 times 4 is 8. Opposite, negative 8. 2 times 4 is 8. Opposite, negative. Or 2 groups of negative 4 is negative 8. Or 2 groups of 4 is 8, but opposite means negative 8. Next one. 2 ways you can do this. Here's one way to do it. 2 times 4 is 8. Opposite of a negative is a positive 8. That's one way. One way to do it. Or 2 groups of negative 4, which is negative 8. Opposite is positive 8. The way I do it, I personally like doing, I pretend there's no negative. 2 times 4 is 8. Opposite of a negative is positive. And 2 times 4 is 8. That's 2 groups of 4, which is 8. Number 12, 13, 14, and 15. Simplify the following. Let me get my trusty highlighter, because you may use a highlighter during the test. Highlight, highlight, highlight. All right, first one, number 12. What's 36 divided by 3 groups? If I 36 pieces and divided 3 groups, each group will have 12. Opposite, negative 12. Number 13, negative 4 minus negative 6. I'm going to draw this. So you start with negative 4. That's you keep that. How can I show negative 16 without changing the value of negative 4? I have to draw pairs. That's 16 negatives and 16 positives. I take away these 16 negatives away. What do you have left? 16 positive. That's why it's negative 4 plus 16 positive. And these all cancels out. You're left with 12 positive. So shortcut, if you don't like drawing, is you keep the negative 4. What's the opposite of minus? Adding. What's the opposite of negative 16? Positive 16. Number 14. What's 3 times 4? 12. Opposite of negative is positive. That's one way to do it. Or you do 3 groups of negative 4. Negative, hear me, opposite is positive 12. And last but not least, number 15. 21 positives. Oh, goodness gracious. So I'm drawing 21 positives. Plus 9 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This all cancels out. What do you have left? 12 positive. The way I do it in my head is, are there more positive or more negative? More positive. How many extra? By 12 extra. Number 16, Mr. Gary purchased a new freezer. Before he can store food in it, the freezer must be cooled to negative 18 degrees. So negative 18 is right here. The current temperature in the freezer is 21 degrees, right here. How many degrees will the temperature need to drop before it cools to negative 18? Draw a vertical number line if needed. I drew one, as you can tell. 2 ways to do this. Absolute value. How far is 21 degrees to 0? 21 degrees away. How far is negative 18 to 0? 18. So how far are they from each other? If you add this up, 39. So the temperature needs to drop 39 degrees. If you wrote negative 39, I'm okay with that because that means the same thing as in word form needs to drop 39 degrees. Another way to do it is find a difference. So as you start at 21 degrees, find the difference between 21 and negative 18. Do you remember how to turn subtraction to addition? You keep the 21, subtraction to addition. Opposite of negative 18 is 18. 21 plus 18 is 39 degrees drop. And 17, the temperature in Denver has been dropping 4 degrees each hour. How many degrees would the temperature have dropped after 5 hours? Here are 5 clocks. It dropped 4 degrees in the first hour, 4 degrees the next hour, next hour, next hour, and next hour. How many degrees did it drop in 5 hours? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Negative 4 plus negative 4 plus negative 4 plus negative 4 plus negative 4, negative 20. Or negative 4 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. Opposite of negative 20. And that's it. Good luck on test 1-2 review for academic.